Here reporting, making another MMA video. So I just got done watching the Rafael Fiziev fight and Brad Riddell. It's a pretty good fight. Um, the first round was pretty close. I thought that Fiziev won the first round. The second round was also getting kind of close, but I really liked this fight. You know, it was very entertaining, very interesting fight. Both guys really just put it out there, put it all on the line, and really kind of like showed how much of a warrior they both are. I think Ridell was just throwing hooks and just going and throwing with everything he has. Fiziev was not backing down, coming forward and just throwing with reckless abandonment. That's what you got to do when a guy is just coming in and not respecting your power. Like you got to make him think twice before he just rushes in there and bum rushes you, because you got to get your respect. And that's what both guys did. I think both guys got their respect tonight, but it definitely did look like Fiziev's punches were having a bit more of an effect on Ridell than Ridell's punches were having on Fiziev. I'm surprised that Ridell went for a takedown and then he just pushed him off and let him back up. So I was like, what the fuck is the point of the takedown if you're going to just let him get right back up? What the fuck did you take him down for? Why did you waste your energy taking him down? Maybe it was to break his rhythm. I get it. And his tempo. Okay, cool. But you didn't really do much. You lost every single round, Ridell. Yes, Ridell. He lost every single round, in my opinion. First round, he lost. Second round, he lost. Third round, he gets knocked out. With a head kick. Spinning head kick. Like, that shit is crazy. Damn. Imagine getting knocked out like that, though. Like, spinning shit like that. Damn. You see that takedown? Why would you take him down? You're not a grappler. That's not your game. And then it's right here. Right here. He throws a spinning head kick and knocks him out. Like, just like that. That shit is crazy, man. Dude looks like the Terminator when you look at him, right? Like, I mean, Fiziev is like definitely a very dangerous guy. And Ridell was just throwing kicks to the body, kicks to the leg. He was throwing, like, he was doing everything he could to win the fight, but he really wasn't doing enough. He was doing something, but not enough, because when you're fighting a guy like Fiziev, like, you gotta come forward, you gotta just throw with he was throwing with reckless abandonment, but not enough. There were times when he was just pussyfooting around and not doing shit. I guess because he was tired, but that means you gotta train more cardio, buddy. That means you gotta train more cardio in the gym, bro. Can't just come up in there and think that you can do whatever you want and still win the fight against a guy like Fiziev. And that's why Ridell will never be champion. And that's precisely why Brad Riddell will never be champion. And he will never get to the top 5 at lightweight. Because every time he gets into a big fight, he quit. He don't want a tough fight. He quits. He quits. When he fights a good fighter, he quits. And I mean, there's no honor in quitting, but at the same time, he quit in this fight too, in my opinion, because he didn't even protest the stoppage. He just, look at his face, he looks kind of scared there. But I mean, shit, I'd be scared too if I'm getting hit with a fucking spinning head kick. And maybe I'd block my face to try and absorb the impact. But damn, like, that shit was crazy. I did not expect him to get knocked out like that. And I mean, it looked like an early stoppage, but I don't think it was an early stop. I mean, it looked like it. The optics of it, when you first watch the fight and he finishes the fight, I'm like, okay, one head kick. I mean, he looked okay. But then I looked at him again and he was stumbling, and I'm like, okay, that's a good stoppage. Herb Dean did a good job today. I mean, normally he fucks up and he touches the fighters when he's not even trying to stop the fight, or he stops the fight too late. You know, I mean, anybody can make a mistake though. Like, we're all human. You know, it's not like Herb Dean's Superman. Like, anybody can make a mistake. He's human, just like the rest of us. He's not a robot. But yeah, good performance by Herb Dean. Good performance by Fiziev. I would like to see a Bobby Green rematch though. I thought he lost that fight. I thought Fiziev lost that fight, but okay. Now he's top 15. Now he's top 10 or something. Close to the top 10 at least, okay? Who do I think she should fight? Dan Hooker would be a good fight, or maybe even Ali Quinta. No, he quit. He's already gone. He retired. Bobby Green would be a good rematch. I'd like to see that. I would love to see that fight again. Or maybe he can fight Gregory Gillespie. Or there's so many fights for him at lightweight. Like, tons of fights. He can fight RDA. He can fight a lot of good fighters. But when he starts fighting these guys at the top, like RDA, Islam Makhachev, like Tony Ferguson. I mean, maybe Tony Ferguson will be a good fight. There's a lot of fights for Fiziev out there, man. A lot of fights. A lot of fights, brother. A lot of fights for you out there, brother. Look at how Ridell is on the ground. Like, face planted on the ground. Hands forward. And look at the posture. Like, I agree. The fight should have been stopped right then. And he did stop it. He did a good job. You know, Herb Dean did an amazing job for the first time in a long time. I'm happy that Ridell is okay and is able to go back to his family. I'm happy that Fiziev is okay too. I'm happy that both competitors are fine. You know, more or less okay. They don't have any life serious damage, injuries or whatever the fuck. They're both okay. And I'm happy to see that. You know, I appreciate MMA. I don't want to see any of these guys get hurt or gals. I think that the sport should grow and continue, and I think it's a beautiful sport. I mean, I personally would not do MMA because I don't want to get punched in the face. I think I'd like to keep my faculties intact when I grow older. But if I was gonna be an MMA fighter, I'll be more like a fighter like Khabib or Islam Makhachev. Not Islam, he got knocked the fuck out. But I mean, at this point, like in this sport, if you lose a fight, I don't really think it's a big deal. Like, if you lose a fight, so fucking what? You lost a fight. Like, who gives a fuck? Honestly, that would be my mindset. If I was an MMA fighter and I got submitted in my last fight, I got choked the fuck out by a guillotine, so fucking what? Like, I'll just go back to the gym and go back to the drawing board and work with my jiu-jitsu coach and ask him questions. Oh, how do I get out of that guillotine position that I had in my last fight? Like, and then just keep drilling that with some good jiu-jitsu partners and I'll be fine. So I don't really see the problem. He can just come back. He'll be back. I mean, Ridell's gonna be back for sure. I mean, it's just a setback for a major comeback, right? And Fiziev, I'd like to see him fight. Let's see, RDA.